Oh yeah, it's recording. Hello guys, good morning and welcome to my channel, welcome to my video, welcome to my Facebook page, welcome to my life. I am still here in Sydney this morning, and we've got 2 more days left, and I have to say that I've been away for 3 weeks right now, and as much as I'm enjoying like my time here in Australia, you know, there's no place like home, and so I can't wait to get home. I just can't wait to get home. But today we're gonna go out and go shopping and do some other things in Sydney. Let me get my coffee. I love my coffee this morning. So I'm here with you and just gonna share with you this morning as I do, and let my mind just flow. And if you don't want to watch this, I'm gonna turn this off and have a beautiful day. But I just want to share some thoughts. I just want to share the secret, like my secret, or if I have a secret. A lot of people know this, is that, you know, we always have a possibility to find the best feeling situation that we can have. And that is, my way is to be grateful, and my way is to be okay with what is, with every moment, even with, like, you know, conflicting thoughts or thoughts that rise and fall in me that makes me feel I don't know, that labels it as insecure or anything like this, like any kind of low energy that we'll be having, and I just recognize that, you know, and that is the secret, is recognizing that and knowing that I have a choice in how I feel, or how I think about what I'm feeling, and I can change that in a flash because I can be so aware. And you know, sometimes it's easier than other times because we have challenges, and I think that knowing that we're always going to have challenges and knowing that nothing is final is always a possibility to be able to just tap into that source that you're co-creating with. And I do believe that we are creating all the time. We create by default, even if we recognize it or not. So the more, you know, the more positivity that you bring into your life, and that's relating to your thoughts and letting go of, like, just having to be your way and having to think that, you know, the world is against you, or that, you know, that having the feeling of you know, that you're not worthy, or any kind of this low energy thinking field. And you know, what I've really learned is that by sharing myself and sharing myself fully, that I'm learning that there's so much more possibility that is there. And I do this because, like, it's like the onion. I always say that metaphor. One day I'll find another metaphor, but I really feel like that because, you know, at the center there's really nothing. In the onion, you peel the onion back and you keep peeling it. At the end, you get all these layers. It's like there's nothing in the center, and that's what we are, and that's full of potential. Because when there's no thing, you can't attach to anything, and I really believe that. You know, I've done a lot of reading in my life because I've had a lot of suffering, just like everybody else, and I do, like, I would say, like, nowadays, like, I do not relate to that suffering thing, or not expect myself to be anywhere other than where I am right now. And I want to have a cup of coffee. You can think about that and process that in your own way somehow. You know, all of us are having our daily our daily lives. You know, how can you incorporate this kind of attitude in your daily life? You know, I do believe that my life is incredible, the way I think and the way I share and the way I relate to my mental constructs in my head, and how I believe that we are all the same because we are one. Like, we are one, and that sounds a little cliche, but I believe this is the secret. This is the secret of being able to recognize that and being okay with all of that. And you know, and my way is like, to share a way is like my truth, because I just spoke about the onions and the layer of the onions. My truth is being recognized more and more as I peel the onion back and I start to explore with my experience, and you know, and that is like, there's so much opportunity in every little moment of daily life, of my daily life, that I can actually kind of exposed to myself, by realizing that I have the potential to change that, and the power of my intention affects this potential, and that, you know, I don't feel like I require anything to define me. Now that doesn't mean that my thoughts don't rise. Like my thoughts of like, you know, like the lower energy thoughts that make me feel you know, sad, or comparing myself. Now that comparing myself with competition or jealousy or envy or all these kind of things that I've been talking about last week, you know, that those kind of thoughts that really can kind of drag you down. Now in the past they used to, and they overwhelmed me, and I believe that that was the reality of the situation. But in fact there's a lot of things that go on in your mind, because, you know, it depends on how old you are, and when you've started this kind of recognition within yourself that you have that potential to change the way you think. But a lot of things have been without your knowledge of it, being aware. I think, you know, maybe on a certain level, you know, that we've asked for everything in our lives, you know, and experiences, and that's another level of topic. But I believe that, you know, there are a lot of things have a thought patterns have accumulated over time, where you feel, you know, that you have, you know, had no choice in the matter, because when you're a baby and you grow up in your home environment, and you grow up around, you know, the kind of environment and your schooling and your family and your religion and any kind of like other thing outside of you that has been influencing you, has conditioned you, you know. I say this over and over and over, because at the end of the day, actually there's nothing to say anymore about all of this. And so there are just there's just possibilities in recognizing all that none of that is yours. Like none of it. Like you're not that, or you are that, or you, like, however you see it, but you have a possibility to change. And that's the secret, like the secret of not having the need to be anywhere other than where you are, or needing to achieve something. And, you know, and we have so much creativity inside of us, that's what we do. We create by default, actually, too. And we manifest our dreams, and I believe we manifest our dreams. And I'm really fully passionate about that, and I just know that, and I can't go backwards. I can't go backwards into being angry with the world, or being angry with what, you know, what our political arena is about, or about the wars, or about anything that is outside of me, because I choose, you know, and I choose, and I don't care how I'm seen, because in that respect, because I have my choice. And, you know, I don't follow the news, I don't read the news, I don't get caught up in that whole political arena. And, you know, a lot of people could say, you know, and that is an expression that I just don't pay attention to anymore. A lot of people could say that you da-da-da, and that goes to people pleasing, you know. And I choose that, and I choose that, and I own it, and I live my life from the choice of joy and gratitude, and feeling that I can tap into that, and I'm being okay with that, and recognizing any kind of thought pattern that may arise, that will arise, you know, because nothing is, you can't get rid of like a lot of things that you're experiencing, especially in your daily life, when we feel like we're on automatic pilot, and we're going here and going there, and our thoughts are going against what we're doing or for what we're doing. And I choose more or less what the thoughts that are more productive or more positive in every situation that I can. And that happens with every little thing, with every person that I come into contact with, you know. And I used to be, you know, and what does that mean? It's the little things. It's the little things in life that assist you to tap into that source. And that's by giving, you know, giving with a smile, or, you know, appreciation, or a handshake, or just, you know, connecting with people in public, I think that that's such a beautiful opportunity, because we spend a lot of times in public going from here to there to, you know, and we go through a sea of people, and we experience all these people, and we want these people to be how we want them to be, and, you know, and all of that, and that can work against us if we just appreciate everything and realize there's potential in every choice that we make. Then I think that, you know, for me, that is the secret, and my life is just absolutely an incredible journey for me, and I have so much fun. And you know what, I also want to say too, like when I work, you know, in my daily life in public, I'm going from normally to what, like, you know, on days that I work, you know, I have I'm a freelancer, so there's inconsistency in my routine, which is also a cool thing. Is that when I lost my thought. Let me have a coffee. Hold on. Oh yes, what I was gonna say is that the biggest thing is that I play. I'm a big player, and a player not in the sense of, like, you know, cheating or whatever. How I love to play with my work, and I love playing, and I have created this great platform for myself because I'm an artist, I'm creative, and I create my workshops which are completely authentic and my own ideas, and the first and foremost thing is, like, I ask myself, did I bring joy to work today? Did I allow myself to tap into the source of joy and to be able to share that? Because that is an authentic thing, and I can tell you that everybody appreciates that. You know, and the people who don't appreciate that ultimately will appreciate it, because it's our birthright. Joy is our birthright. And when we feel trust around us, and when we provide the space of joy and gratitude and happiness and fun, and, you know, fun, I think that for me has been such a secret, and I own that, you know. And some people can be annoyed by that, and that's the expression which I want to get out of myself from time to time, but for lack of a better expression, some people, when we say some people, that's about people pleasing, or just recognizing that we can change that and just be yourself fully and completely, and own every part of yourself, so you can, you know, just be that authentic, joyful person to be around. And, you know, and it is not like, I don't know, it's from myself, it's not a fake feeling. It's just not a fake feeling. And how do I respond to my negative thoughts? I just take a step back and allow those negative thoughts to come and go. And they can happen in my public life, my daily life, as I pass through the people, from going from job to job. And then I can have these negative thoughts in my job. But I can, as soon as I allow them and not react to them in kind of a negative way, and I get angry, or I get irritated or annoyed with something that I'm projecting onto, and that would maybe be a person or a situation, or, you know, I don't know, the music, I don't know, devices or something that maybe are not working. All of these possibilities, whenever, like, you know, something is not working, with people or with objects or with things, or that, you know, your taxi's late, or things like where you have to stand in line, you have to be patient, those are such gems, and they're opportunities for us to just realize that we can make a choice, and we can just relax. You know, be okay with, like, if you happen to be late, and don't be sorry for that if that's, you know, because you chose it, I think, you know, and saying you're sorry is okay, of course, like that, but when you live your life like this, you know, it's not, I'm hesitant about saying I'm sorry when I know that it has nothing to do with me, do you know, and being, you know, I never intend on hurting someone, and because when I do that, I hurt myself, and regardless if you recognize that in the moment, it just comes like that sometimes, and you can feel that, and you've hurt people, and, you know, I've hurt people in my past, and I could be confused by that because I don't know how can I hurt someone, and no one can really hurt me. Nobody can hurt me. You know, I put myself on social media, and my thoughts can arise that I've been hurt or bruised by the lack of response or something. And that a lot is in my head, and I think that is a lot is in your head, and there is potential there. There's a lot of potential there. So don't run away from the hard situations and the irritating situations and the rude people, and you know, you can just basically turn the other cheek and go the other way. It's a choice. It's a powerful choice, and don't fuel the fire. You know, and you could be the fuel on the fire and make them more angry. And that's not, you know, I don't think that is like not standing up for yourself in situations where people don't agree with you, because there are always going to be people who don't agree with you, and that's about other people. Do you know what I mean? And I think that there's just, you know, that's the secret. And I find myself in that flow all the time. In the morning, when I wake up in the morning, it's a fresh day, it's a beautiful day, and this, I don't know, I feel like I'm ascending. I've ascended. A friend of mine just asked me about ascension, and I do feel like that, and it's little by little I ascend. And I guess you could relate that also to the metaphor of the onion, I guess, in a way. Ascension is living consciously and choosing the potential and the power in every moment, and following that intention and feeling the joy of that. And the contrast, if you don't feel joy and you feel that negative energy, it's important, because you know that there is another moment and nothing is final, and those moments are nuggets, I guess you could say, full of potential. And then you create from the desire that your heart wants, and you don't compare, and you don't need. We don't come from lack. We don't come from lack at all. It's so beautiful to recognize that, and that's just a secret I want to share with you. My secret, and I don't know why it's a secret. I guess it's when you find it, it's so wonderful, and you never can go back. I can't go back. I can't go back. I can't go back. I can't go back. Have a beautiful day.